This is FNGR, and this is our 6th installment on our Real Thoughts on the Rift. Let's hit the ground running. We're going to talk about Lightening Bliss. I think at the tail end of my tenure at MLP Forum, I may have or may not have seen you there. I know John Moline from the PFC recognized you, and I'm going to put up this picture here. If memory serves, I think he might have creeped you out. If you have any future problems about this man, I have a series of people who'd be willing to help you out with that. It wouldn't be the first time John has made someone feel uncomfortable, and he's done it with my current girlfriend. But I don't have any negative feedback on you in particular. The animation is a little goofy, but I think you're very self-aware considering your inspiration. It's what you feel comfortable with, and I'm cool with that. We get to Licky, aka Dusty Rhodes, another founding member of the PFC. Licky, you are not around a lot. Yeah, I don't know, like I'd like to include you in more projects if you were around. I'd try and squeeze you into more podcasts, especially since I have more guests than I know what to do with, and I'm always scrambling for co-hosts, but I need people who can tell me that week that they're going to be there. Give me a heads up, if you can. And we get to Looney, aka Eric. I think I've already unloaded what I needed to say in the past video when we got to Kodo. I could put off talking about Pink Mist, as she is currently gone, but Looney, when she returns, this is an issue that we're all going to have a sit down and talk with. Whether you like it or not, there are people in the Rift who still talk about her rather quite adamantly. And I know what you're thinking, well that's mostly because of you, Anthony, kicking the hornet's nest, and you're absolutely right. I'm very upfront about that. I generally ignored her a couple of days, and I know that she was still stirring up crap. And other than that, I mean there's one other thing, but we'll get to that when... Well, this whole series is really aimed at you, sorta, kinda, maybe. So why bum rush it? Why skip out of place? We'll move along. LethalAuroraMage. Any real history I might have with Lethal is just that ancient. It's good to have you back in the Rift. I think you make great content. I hope you go back to making videos and take criticism in stride. I don't know. I know that there was a Goldie mentioned in the past that I don't know if it bothered you or it was just him that you were... Someone was tweaked about a fan saying that you were nitpicky, and I would like to know your secret to where only fans can tell you you're nitpicky, and that's it. That's a pretty good place to be if that's the only critiques I'll hear. So I like your stuff. I like your style. I usually have pleasant memories of the videos that you've done, and I enjoyed the majority of your company in the Rift.
From talking about one subject for too long to getting through a subject before she can establish anything you would agree with her on. Most of the time she doesn't sound like she even gives a shit, so why should I...
Master Code. I think you're annoying. I don't have any, like, direct ways of going, this is how you could be less annoying. Like, I don't know, it's my shitty opinion. I know sometimes, you know, certain kinds of humor that come off that way are sometimes funny and sometimes they're obnoxious, and I don't know. I don't hate you, I don't, like, cringe when you come in the room, but when you start going, I like, ugh. It's not so much like when I see Master Code, oh, it's this guy, but, you know, that's just me giving my own subjective opinion. I know it's a really shitty thing to put right there. And looking at, like, the last couple of names, that same level of negativity is going to be maintained. So we're getting to Minty Root. Minty, I think you have no talent. You've ruined the background characters, what was it? Dr. Hooves, Derpy Hooves, who else is it? Vinyl Scratch, Octavia, Lyra Heartstrings, and Bon Bon. You've ruined, like, the fanon part of the show. You've caused more pain and suffering to me, inadvertently, than anyone in the fandom. Holy shit, please stop creating content. Project Thundercloud is so bad. Ugh. I'm not even going to say subjectively. I think objectively your work is terrible. Those animations are god-awful. You make the people from Dusk's Dawn feel good about what they did. This is a fact. You know this to be true. And we continue in the vein of terrible content creators when we get to MRcakeDragonMan. Oh god. I'd like to walk up to Prince Alicorn and shake his hand ironically for dropping you off, much like a man dropping off his garbage before he leaves. I'm gonna have to edit that, aren't I? Yeah, that's terrible. Cake, how do I sit there and help you out? Like, anything that I can tell you to be better would, like, make you stop being you, but at the same time, holy shit, you come into the room, and, like, you are the quintessential paragon archetype of that guy going, so let's talk about my stuff now. Oh, Jesus Christ, Cake. And even the name, your name is like razors on my soul, Cake Dragon. It's like, I don't know, the people from Queer Eye for the Straight Guy got to make a D&D monster manual. Cake Dragon, that's your freaking goddamn channel name. Okay, whatever, I don't care. Prince Thunderflare. I'm gonna go back to being positive. I'm sorry, Dark Edge. I remember you from the MLP forum. I remember you being one of the people that helped get me kicked out. And maybe, just maybe, I feel that I'm better off for not being there. I don't have pleasant memories of MLP forum. It's a shithole. Whenever I think of anything bad about the current Rift mods, I think very, very long and hard about just how crappy MLP forum was. And I would take James the Pony Theorist over the best MLP forum mod that you could possibly take. I would take Past Analysis. I would take... who else sucked? Wow. You know what? I'm leaving it all in. I don't care. I'm doing this before work when I should be resting up. I'd like to thank you for letting me get these thoughts off my chest. As terrible as they are honest. Take care and good luck.